Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy OG Spade. And right before we get into this next video, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Also, follow me on Twitch where I'm doing a bunch of streaming on a bunch of different games. Y'all know the type of stuff I do. RPGs, fighting games, platformers, retro type things. Those are the type of things I'll be streaming over on Twitch. So if you're looking for like first person shooters, sports games, stuff like that, I probably won't be streaming too much of that over there on Twitch. And also donate to the Cash App. Um, any donation will do. Just a little donation, $2, $3, but let me know that you appreciate the content that I'm bringing to you guys, and that'll motivate me to bring more content. So, with no further ado, I'm gonna let you guys get into the video. Yeah. Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy OG Spade, and today I'm back with another retro game review. Today we're talking about Digital Devil Saga. Both of the games, because there's two titles, Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. Um, One was released in Japan in 2004 and in the US in 2005. Part 2 was released in the US and Japan in 2005. So, oddly enough, usually games come out a little bit early in Japan or earlier in Japan because they're made there. But part 2 came out simultaneously, it came out both. So, if you don't really know what Digital Devil Saga is, just to catch you up a little bit. So if you're familiar with the SMT or Shin Megami Tensei franchise, it is a spin-off of that franchise, such as games like Persona and Metaphor Refantasio, which I'll get to later. But this game is a spin-off, so it has the press turn battle systems that are in most of the SMT titles, Persona titles, stuff like that. But a little bit about the game, spoiler alert. It'll be a little bit of spoilers sprinkled in and out of this whole thing, but not to the point where I feel like, it'll ruin anything. But if you want to go into the game blind, I advise you not even to watch this review. So, um, just a little bit about the game. There are 6 tribes in the digital world called the Junkyard. So the Embryon is the tribe of the protagonist. Um, so basically, like some mysterious lady appears in the junkyard inside of a capsule. They find her. The guys in the Embryon find her, which are the main characters. Um, Bring her to safety, and they find out later on her name is Sarah. They get a message from the Karma Society, um, which is some society in a different place. So, in order for a tribe to reach Nirvana, which is like basically like a heaven type deal, like somewhere like without the suffering they got to deal with in the junkyard, in order to reach Nirvana, they must protect the Sarah girl and destroy the other tribes. And once the Sarah girl appeared, there was everybody got these weird like symbols on them, and it gave them powers. And they all have powers to devour people, so they're kind of like beasts. Um, so that's pretty much like the synopsis of part 1. Part 2 is just spoiler alert. They make it out of the junkyard to Nirvana, but pretty much when they get to Nirvana, like it's not what it's all cracked up to be. So that's pretty much a synopsis of part 2. Um, so let me get into like what I like about this game. So the soundtrack on both of the games are pretty awesome. It kind of reminds me a little bit of SMT Nocturne, but a little bit more guitar-y when it comes to some of the songs, like more guitar riffs. SMT Nocturne did have some guitar riffs and stuff, but it had like, you know, a lot of the like techno house music sound and stuff added into it too, which this one has as well. So it's a really good soundtrack. Um, Instead of 4 party members, it goes down to 3. Um, I don't really have a problem with that. I feel like the 3 party members function very well. Um, in most SMT games, you have 4 party members. In this one, you only have 3. I don't really see an issue with it. Some people look at it as a negative. I look at it like it's fine. Just adds to whatever the game offers or a challenge to the game. Another thing I like about it is pretty much like where I said I was gonna get back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Um, this game has a lot in common with Metaphor. Maca, the mantras in this game, is pretty much almost the same as Metaphor ReFantazio. I feel like they pulled a lot from this game, revised it, and put it into Metaphor ReFantazio. As far as the mantras, the Maca, it's a little bit different. You can fully customize your characters on this, but on Metaphor, you gotta get a certain archetype and just roll with that. So yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. I like the customization in this game. You can equip up to 8 skills, but you start off with 4, just depending on what level you at. The amount of skills you can equip, like, become more, so you can equip all kinds of different things. Customization is great in this game. Um, One thing I don't like about this game is the encounter rates. Now, a lot of older RPGs have this issue where encounter rates are like out of control. Um, you just have to be careful in this game. Like, you can get into a battle, turn around, take like 4 steps, and then you'll be right back into another battle. So you have to make sure that you're keeping an eye on, you know, what you're doing in after battles. If your characters need to be healed or MP replenished, then you need to do that immediately after you get out of the battle. Um, but with that only being the only down point, I feel like, you know, if I was to rate this game from 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, this game definitely would have a 5. Um, I really enjoyed this game. This was my Metaphor ReFantazio back when I was younger. Um, I don't think the perception of this game was as great as Metaphor ReFantazio, but at the end of the day, I do feel that a lot of things were borrowed from this game. So if you like Metaphor, you like Persona, you will love Digital Devil Saga. And I urge you guys to try to go find it or play it, or, you know, go grab you, pull out your old PS2, do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? But it's your boy LG Spade. I'm about to get up out of here. So like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. Twitch, Cash App, all that. Hit me up. Peace.